Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. Now we have done a little bit of work. I did some work between episodes and I let things run. As you can see, we're on day 33. I was really just fiddling around. Everything is now backed up and the last thing that is going to back up eventually will be the clay. I don't really want that to happen, but in the meantime we've got some cash and I can do some proper showcasing. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Yeah. Anyway, I did change the layout quite a bit. I brought the cash out on a belt, and each of these little piles is 50 copper coins, and I've already got customers, and the money is sort of backed up a bit. I have a stash in here, so I've got 15,000 on me, and I've got over 30,000 in my large storage box. That means that we can pop over and maybe buy a new piece of land, because today, if we have a look in the tech tree, I would like to advance as much as possible, because the next thing we need to deliver is vitality potions. They got a good price as well, but that obviously needs some stuff that we don't have. We're going to have to figure that out, and I'm going to have to do a few unlocks. So we'll probably start with that and get the new piece of land just to extend out. I'll keep everything fairly well spread out. Later on we can rebuild once I've got good blueprints for everything. But yeah, the clay is really, really important. I also did a couple of little upgrades that I'll go through with you that have caused production machines to speed up a bit, and it's thrown my numbers out, but I still have an idea. Anyway, we probably need 3 of these stone crushers to be able to effectively run the assembler that makes the clay. But we'll get into all of that. There's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. So first thing, we're going to head over to our little crafting bench and go in here. Now I've upgraded my inventory to level 4. My potion belt, I've got a potion belt now. I haven't really done any of the others, especially the building tool, because the building tool looks like it will allow us to build housing components. There's walls, windows, roofs, floors. So that might be a good thing to get as early as possible, but it does need bricks. And that means we need to produce more clay. So we have to have a brick facility somewhere. The gloves restocking speed, I haven't really been too concerned about that because I'm not personally restocking much myself. I do have a really good reputation of 66 though. The potion belt, I've got level 2 that allows me to sleep for 4 hours less. And my sprinting speed is increased by 10%. So I run really fast. As far as the upgrades go, if we head into the tech tree, there's this little upgrade button. I've upgraded the factory efficiency, so that gives production speed plus 25%. Fuel efficiency, heat value is up 10%, and fertilizer efficiency, the nutrient value is up 10%. I will probably do the logistics next, because faster conveyor belts, especially if we have faster production. Throwing efficiency is the catapult fire rate and the cannon fire rate. Oh, there's a cannon. Okay, so that's something different. Then you've got the alchemy skill, which increases extractor output and alembic output by 10%. I don't know what alembic output is. Then you've got the bargaining skill that increases shop profits by 3%. Right, that's where we are. So let me get rid of some money by first buying this piece of land over here, and we'll unlock that. Look at that. Now we've got a huge area. So we can go back into the tech tree, go to research. Oh, let's just one more stop. All of these first level items require 50 linen. I have a bit of linen, so I could do some of that. But then the next level down requires a Jupiter, which we haven't seen yet. But if we look in research, in level 5, there's the Jupiter. And it requires quite a lot of stuff, including a new machine called a shaper. But we'll get there. That's not the focus for now. For now, I want to get the kiln, because I want to get bricks done. And then we need to get down to the vitality potion. So let's queue up the kiln first and let that get going. And I do have a belt of coins coming out this way, so I can extend and have more of these supply portals. Right now we are full up on everything. It looks great. And I was also told by someone in the comments that I need to stock everything. Now I'm not automatically stocking linen because I just haven't been. And the kiln has finished. I should probably bring that through. Let's do that. All right, what line should I bring that through on? If we're going to come to... Ooh, I don't know if a catapult is going to reach there. Let's check. If I put this in like that and go in, can I set it to go there? I can't. Ooh, that's not good. I might need to switch those two around. So maybe I should relocate this belt. Let's try that. So flip that around, let that come down, grab belts, and drag that through to there. Put that in like that. Extend the belt into there. And then that will be the cogs. That means I'm going to need to remove all the stuff off this line. Oh dear, I shouldn't actually have this connected yet. So we'll just get rid of that for now. We'll sort that out. Now, I don't know if you can send two catapults to the same place. Well, apparently you can. Okay, so that will go there eventually, and I will let this run out, and that will happen over here. So you actually get penalized. Customers come in and don't buy stuff if you don't have everything on your shelves. So for now, we'll get rid of that corner and let that run out. And then that will become the linen line. Because I have a stash box over here that's full, and I've got a box over here that's also full. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab these two stacks, head into the research, upgrades, logistics, and we'll upgrade that. That takes 10 seconds. Right, that's done. And then what's more important? Alchemy extractor. I think I'm going to go for more shop profits, although I'm doing so well on it. Catapult fire rate. Maybe to match the belts? I don't know if that's really important. Yeah, let's go for the shop profits. Cool. Okay, so we should... Our money box over here could be filling up. It has filled up, so I'll grab some more cash out of there. And back into research. Bricks. Start that research. Yeah, and the sun is going down again. Actually looks very nice. Alright, now I'm going to plan this line for the linen. So that will go down there, and then we can belt this through to there. Oh, wrong one. So I'm going to get rid of these two. Alright, that's gone. So it's this line over here. Bring that over, switch, rotate, up, wrong, there, take that one out. Bring that through to there, and then this one will eventually connect to there. In the meantime, I am out of linen again. Right, let's go and see about this kiln. An advanced heating device requires a recipe can only be built on a furnace with one input and one output. So we're going to need one of these. And if we go into V, we've got a new thing called bricks that is made with clay, and it's just clay. So 3 clay to make 1 brick. Wow, we need a lot of clay. I'm going to do a setup like I've got over here, except I'm going to have more stone input. Now, it's going to be expensive. We have a lot of money on our belts. This is all iron ore, and it goes all the way up. Oh, hang on. What happened there? It's supposed to be up here as well. So maybe it's just a graphical glitch. But we have a lot of iron ore. We've got lots of stone over here. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in another couple of these. I'll have a wood one and a stone one. That means I'm going to need a couple more of those sigils. So these guys. So we've got 2 of those. And then we can bring in the supply portal, and I'll just keep everything sort of lined up. This will be the... Okay, how's our... Iron is still okay over here. Don't know what else is going to come through, but let's give a little space. We'll put one there and one there. This will be set to receive logs and confirm. And then this one will be receiving limestone, confirm. And then I need to bring the cash line across. And that should sort some stuff out for us. Let's go and see our box. Make sure... Oh, it's full again. Crazy. I'm going to need to spend some cash soon. Things are going pretty well. And I'm just waiting for this line to finish so I can automate the cloth, which I should maybe just grab a little bit out of this box so that I've got some on me, and then pop this up. And that's done. So we are going to need one of these, and I will put it out here, and then we're going to need 3 of the stone crushers. And I'll leave a little space, and there they are. And I'm thinking now maybe I should just bring this further across. So let's get rid of that one and put it in front of that so that I can balance the outputs a little bit. So that goes in there. This goes straight, and then from there and there. And then I just need to reset this to limestone and confirm. And then I can belt this in to there. Good, good. So this should be the perfect amount to deal with a solid clay production line. And gosh, that's the end of the day already. My earnings are fantastic. Almost 23,000. My expenses were low because I'm full up on everything. So we did good. Right, let's continue. It's a new day. So we're going to need crushers, and they are going to be 4 for each of these. So they're going to be 4 grinders for each of these. So we're going to put them like this. And I am out of planks, but that's no problem because I've got a little plank storage. So that's those sorted out. And we'll do the inputs for each. And that is done. Now we're going to have to get our heater out. We'll do that. And I'm going to put on 2 crucibles and attach them to the edges like that. And we're going to grab a box, rotate the bottom into place, and then hold down, rotate the top into place. And then for these, we're going to do something similar. Rotate that in and get that lined up and rotate that in. Cool. That should deal with that. Then we're going to have an output over here. That means that I need to switch it, rotate, bring that up, and rotate. Cool. And then we just need to belt these 2 into here, just like that. And we have the charcoal. Then we need to crush the charcoal. And we're going to need 2 grinders. So I will do that this way. Bring the belts into those. And there we have the charcoal powder. So this is going to make the charcoal once I've plugged everything here in. So that can go in there, and then we can tee off, and that should all start working with luck. Let's just make sure that the fire starts. Yep, the fire started. Right, so we'll have the charcoal powder, and then we've got the sand over here, which I can then bring through to here, bring that around, join the line, and bring this one around, join the line. Now, I need to work on the numbers a little bit. But I think now our belts run a little bit faster, so that should be fine. And then we're going to need to have our assembler. That can go straight into there because I am producing enough right now. And to make the clay, confirm. And then I'll put a buffer box in. Actually, you know what? I think I might use a big buffer box just because it appears to line up nicely. And we can plug that in there. Right, so there's our clay. Now this needs to go into another setup with a stone furnace, which I'm going to put over here. Or am I? Yeah, where should I put this? I can bring wood over. I think I might need to do it over here. Didn't think that through very well. Yeah, if I can bring logs off into another one because we're going to need a second one. And it's probably not really efficient. But yeah, that might just work. And then I can bring another sawmill thing into there and bring that belt over to there. This will need an elevator, so rotate and rotate, and that will sort out the fire going in here. And then we need to build the kiln, and we'll do it like, oh, what am I missing? Clay and stone. I don't think that's a big problem. I've got some clay over here, not a lot, but enough to keep me going. And a bit of stone there. So that's the kiln. Now this belt work is going to be an interesting one. I will bring this out, head it through here, and it's going to have to go up the middle. This is going to be interesting. So if we do that, and we bring it all the way up, rotate it into there, and then we use one of these lab stands, put that over there, and then belt from there. Oh, hello. Can I not do that? There. Just like that. Then this one just needs to go into there. And I just need to connect this last piece right there. So that will give us the fire. This is the clay going in. Recipe's not set. We want bricks. Confirm. And it's happening. Good. Good. I don't know if my clay production is enough, but at least we'll have some bricks. We're still really in the starting phases of this whole game. And then I need to bring the bricks out. We'll do that, bring it up, rotate, and done. And then this will go into a box as well. Rotate. That is... Oh, I'm out of timber again. That was pretty fast. So we will set it up like that and belt that into there. And we have bricks. Just like that. Alright, let's have a look at our research. We might as well do glass. Yeah, we are going to need that for whatever we're doing next. Looks like we only need the blender to be able to get to the vitality potion. But I think that looks like it's a liquid thing, so I'm probably going to need to get pipes as well. So I think I'll queue those up next. Done. And research. Good. Let's go and check our money box. How are we doing here? Is that almost full again? It is. Take some more money out. It's going to be used a lot. It looks like everything is good over here. I mean, we've filled up. Yeah, there's no cash on the line, but we've got plenty on the belts. So that'll be fun. This just took up a whole lot of extra coins. And eventually those will back up, maybe, hopefully. And we've finished researching the pipes. So now we can go on to the blender. Start that research. And let's go and have a look at all the stuff we've unlocked. Okay, so we need sand to make glass. That's a pretty simple one. And it doesn't look like we've unlocked anything else. So yeah, we are going to need these red currant seeds sometime soon. Probably much sooner. Hold on, let's refresh that. Devices. There it is. An advanced blender requires a recipe. It has one conveyor belt input, a pipeline input, and one conveyor belt output. And that uses glass. So we need to set up glass. We've got iron ingots already. Plenty of them. All right, how are we doing? Man, these small gears sell slowly. Thinking I must just pick them up. I've got so many on me already. No, I'm not going to pick them up yet. And the time does go quickly. It's already evening. Right, I'm going to set up a small sand and glass production over on this side. That means I need another one of these. And I need the big gears for that. And, oh, actually, I've got a box inside that I need to empty at some point. So I might as well. Let's grab those big gears from here. So we can pop this one in over here. And I'm going to take a belt. I don't want to bring a whole new one in, but I also don't want to disrupt the flow of things over here. Heck, we'll do this. And then we're going to need the grinders. In this case, yeah, I'll do it this way. So we'll have 4 of those and belt those out. And at some point, one of these will come across. I'm just going to grab it and put it in. There we go. And then we can bring this belt out, and that will be sand. Now, let's see. Let me just remind myself of how glass is made in the kiln. Oh, poop. That means I need to get timber over here as well. Oh, well. That's what we do then. And this time, I'm going to come around this way. We'll just go up to there because we need another table saw. And this will go in right there. And we can connect that in. Then we need another heater. Rotate that. I'm going to put this one over here. Get this in like that. I'm not going to connect because this burns even if you don't have material in it. Right, get the kiln. Rotate that. We're going to have to belt the sand around the corner to there. Another conveyor lift that's going up into there. One of these lab stands and a belt like that. And then this one, did I get that the right? Looks like I might have got that the wrong way around. Hang on. That needs to go up and then rotate. All right. I think I got it right that time. Now we can start doing this and then bring out the end of the day. Yet another pretty good day. But we did spend a lot more. All right. Where was I? There, and rotate that into there. And that, once everything is working, should start making glass, which I will put into a box that will sit over there, just like that. So let's have a look. Set recipe. Why will it not let me set a recipe? Ah, there it is. Glass, confirm. And that is starting to work. So now we have bricks and we have glass. Now I need to build a blender, but let's go and see that recipe. Oh, mind you, I haven't got to that recipe yet, so let's go and research. Vitality potion, and we'll start that. Good. Am I still running into money problems? It's terrible having too much cash. I think just to give this thing a little bit of a boost, I'm going to bring some of my cash around and back onto this belt. Let this act more as a buffer. I have a lot of cash on me, and I don't want this box to necessarily fill up. We could go and buy another piece. Let's go and see, where is the... Can I not buy this one? Oh, there's the for sale sign. How much is this? 8,000. I can afford that. Oh, now we've got lots of space. Okay, now this is producing really slowly. And what is the problem here? This is working at speed. So that's doing 18.8 per minute. So the two of them are producing 37. These each produce 6.2. Yeah, I did that production upgrade. Now everything is confused. But it looks like I'm overproducing sand now. Oh well. It will just be that way. Yeah, this takes 37.5 per minute. That takes 75 per minute. That's making 37.5 per minute. Exactly. So this should be running at full speed, which it isn't. Okay. Strange. Did I upgrade the belts? I did upgrade the belts, but they only upgrade 15 per minute extra. That should be enough. Very strange. Alright, well, we've got all this space now. It's amazing. Good, we got glass. Let me grab some glass out because I'm going to need that. See if I can drop off this charcoal powder, at least get rid of some of it. And we have done the vitality potion research, so let's go and have a look. So let's go and have a look at that. It is a material, no, it's goods. Vitality potion. So we need quicklime powder. We need fruit wine. Oh, okay, so fruit wine is made at the extractor. So that we should maybe do something with, but then quicklime is also something we need to look at. That's quicklime powder, which is made from quicklime, and quicklime, where does oh, it's crafted at a crucible out of stone. More stone. Wow. All right, well, we're going to set that up. I'm going to get myself a couple more of these guys. The money on these belts is full now, so let's just detach this one and see what damage we took. No, not too much. It's nice that the money just earns itself now. Alright, I really want these guys to start buying more wooden gears, honestly. Anyway, I'll hop in here and go and put the linen in here until we can do this manually. There are a couple of things I could have sold. Rope is one of them, nails is the other. I could add those into the mix as well. I'll get there. So we need another setup. And that means getting one of these because we'll... Oh, wait. We have wood over here. Not necessary then. Maybe I can do this because we're going to need another crucible to make the quicklime. But then we need the stone to come in. So I honestly don't know how many of these I'm going to need. 4 quicklime. It looks like 1 stone makes 1 quicklime. And 1 quicklime makes 1 quicklime powder. We're probably going to need more stone to come in. But right now, I just want to get the basic setup done. So I think I'm going to bring the stone in. And we'll get this money belt to continue down to there. You can't unfortunately put money straight into these. And then this line here, I will bring into there. Oh, what happened? Logs. Oh, right. Logs. Let's just put logs on here, get them out of my inventory. And I've got 3 more. That's unfortunate. I've got too many logs. So what I can do very quickly just to get rid of that problem, grab a small storage, flip it around like that, put it over there, and then drop those logs in. And they are out of my inventory. Good. And this one needs a supply limestone confirm. Cool. Now the furnace. Put it like that. Actually, should I? No, I'm going to move it in front of the wood. So we'll put it over there. Bring the wood in over that way. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun because I want to get 2 crucibles. And I'm thinking I could get 3. Yeah, why not? Let's do 3. I don't know if I'm going to have enough stone to service them all, but I'll try. And then I'll use our lab stands. And if you hit T, you get the taller one. So tall one there, and then T again to get the short one. We'll put those across. get our little conveyor lift. That goes in there, goes up, rotates. Now, I could have balanced it by putting it closer to the middle, but this is fine. And then we can put our belts into those. And then have all of these. Oh, hang on. What am I out of? Oh, wood again. Imagine. I might as well put this down first. So that will go there, and then that will go there. And then we can have our belts come in to there and to there. So now once I plug this in, I will be getting Quicklime. Actually, I need to plug this into here as well. And it's a bit of a problem. Can I put some coins on the belt? No, I'm going to have to do a little trick. So we'll put the box there and go into it, and then I'll drop some cash in. Yeah, let's just drop 5,000 in. That's fine. And then we should start getting some stone through. And then these need to be crushed. I'm not sure if I need a buffer, but I'm going to put one in anyway. We'll have that belt come into there. Now this needs to be crushed, and these will be producing at 8.3 per minute. So how many crushes do we need? I'm going to say let's start with 4 and get a belt into them. And those are doing 8.3 per minute each. Huh. Well, 1 to 1. Perfect. So this needs to go then. So that is our quicklime. The next component is fruit wine. And that comes from the red currant. There's nowhere that we have spare clay. Jeepers. Need a lot of clay. And the clay needs an entire setup for itself. I wonder if I should try and feed off this, because we do have stone already. So we could bring stone out and have another stone crusher over here. And I'm not going to do a lot of clay for this. I'm going to do 1. So we can grab the stone crusher, put it over there. We're going to need to bring wood around. And I think I could jump that over here. Our little lab stands. Bring that over that way. And then have another table saw about there. Ramp that up. Switch it. Rotate. Ramp that down. Connect that in. And, ah, man, I picked up that wood again. That goes in there. Oh, I'm actually full. Let me go check all my wood. Go check everything here. Alright, let's grab all of that and head over here and go and drop it off. That's done. Alright, so now we're going to have another little mini clay setup over here. So, furnace. And we'll put that furnace over there. It's kind of lining up. Good. We will get this in. So that's that. Just for the heck of it, charcoal seems to be the biggest problem. Yeah, let's just get this sorted out. We'll rotate those and we'll have 4 of them like that. And it's the end of the day. Damn, our earnings were bad today. Wonder why that was. Everything seems fine. Let me go and check on this line. It still hasn't budged. I'll pull this up. Interesting. Yeah, I tried the balances. That's this thing here. It's pretty good. Look, you know, looks-wise. It's a little bit wider than I would have liked, but it also doesn't balance things. I mean, it seems to only split out of one side. So I'm not going to use them. The belts seem to split much better. Anyway, back to where we were. It is once again early in the morning. That's going to come out. I need a crucible, which we will put... let's just put it on that side. Yeah, maybe we'll have 2. Give me a chance to save up some charcoal. Belt that in. Actually, before I do that, maybe I want to move this crucible over, just so it's a little easier to deal with. So we'll put it over there. Lab stand, and then small lab stand. Actually, no, I didn't need to do that. I'll leave that one in, but I didn't need this one, did I? Oh, heck, maybe I'll just leave it. Yeah, this is fine. Rotate that in, grab the belts, belt those together. They will come out together with another conveyor lift, switched and rotated, and done. And then I can bring these belts through. That one can go to there. And that is our charcoal. And I'll have just 1 grinder. I'm going to have to do this slightly differently. These are too close together. So we'll bring that out like that. And then I can have that buffer that I wanted. And I've got to switch it so it goes like that. Oh no, this is going to do a loop now, isn't it? Yeah, it's splitting, but that's fine. That's fine. They'll all get to where they need to be eventually. Right, so that can go to there. This can come to here, and we can get the assembler in. Rotate that into place. And we will have this buffer over here. And I am missing wood again. Right, where we were. That will go there. That's the clay. Now we need a red currant seed. So let's go and get one. These are them. Yep, we've got the red currant seed. And we have, once I've set this recipe, we will have the clay as well. Right, confirm. So that's going to make the clay. Then we need another planter, a nursery. That is going to go, let me do this slightly differently. I'm going to do it like this. Yep, and keep it tight. Maybe I'll need more than one, I don't know. But we can go in here and go red currant, confirm. That's a nice little tree. And connect our belt in there. Perfect. So that should be ready to push out red currant. Now we need to take this into a blender. So we have two inputs here, but we only need the one. I'm going to just put it on this side. Yeah, we don't have a liquid input for this. That will go into there. And then we go in here, set this recipe to vitality potion. Confirm. Now that, wait a minute. This needs to not be that. Hang on, what's going on? Am I missing a recipe? I think I am. I think I need to do some more research. Extractor, that's what I needed. Alright, let's do that research. So it's not the blender. Let's remove that. And we just wait for that research to complete. And while we're doing that, yeah, the fruit one is crafted at the extractor. No problem. And there's the extractor. And that needs everything that I have. Perfect. Let's put one down and see what it does. So that's producing 125 per minute from 12. Cool. I think I might need to do that other research as well. Let's do this conical flask. Before I do it, I just want to read up. It's a small flask for liquids with a pipeline input switchable between a conical flask and a round bottom flask. Okay. So is it like fluid storage? Oh, I see I'm going to need pipes for this. Anyway, let's get our blender in now because I think that's the next step. And I'll put it like that. So we're doing 125 per minute. This recipe here is going to need 750 per minute. It also needs 37.5 limestone, which I think I'm making. All right, well, let's bring the limestone around. That goes in the bottom. Then I actually need 6 of these for this to run properly. And I'm out of glass. No problem, we have glass. Now, I don't know if one of these flower beds is going to be enough. I might need to do more. Because it takes 12.5 per minute. I don't know what those are producing. Okay, so that's 6. Pipe them all in. Let's connect that. And now we're going to do pipes for the first time. And they work almost like the belts. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to go to there. Now, how do we get it to go down? With these buttons. T to switch form. There we go. And that's in. Those pipes actually look pretty good. Yeah, we're not getting enough. There are not enough red currants. But that's fine. We have, and if I put a little box in here, rotate that into place, put the belt in. Let's just take this one out. The blender is sort of working. Yep, we definitely need more red currant, but I do have 2 vitality potion. And this is moving through, but yep, I don't have enough here, and that also, well, this is all backed up, so maybe if I shift things around a little bit and get another one of these, maybe it'll work. Let's try that. So I'll grab another red currant seed. Not enough money. Oh gosh. First time I've had that problem today. I'll grab another 5,000 and 1 red currant seed. And I'll do some deleting. We'll take that out and that. And confirm. So now we're going to go with 2 nurseries. And I'll put them in there and there. Get the seed in and that seed in. Melts the clay. And then I have picked up clay. So let me go and drop a little bit in each. Get those started up. and connect the outputs. Just like that. Let's see how well that does. Okay, we're not backing up, but all the bottles were filled at the same time, and there they're filled again. There is a little bit of backup happening on the first 4 already, and yep, it's a constant flow now. So this should be working at 100%. Yep, it is. That means that we have a bunch of vitality potions happening. Awesome. And we need 100 of them to be able to advance to the next level. In the meantime, we just need to keep an eye on everything, make sure that we are getting the cash through. It is coming through, but it seems like it was maybe a little slower today. And this is now done. So let's make sure that that target is set for there, and then we're going to connect this belt up, and we'll carry on selling the gears, and then this one can get connected up like there, and that will come through, and it will fill that box with the cloth. Awesome. And then I'll be able to sell the vitality potions as well. Oh, hang on. No, the fertilizer wasn't enough. Ah, gosh. I'm going to have to redo that. It might be worthwhile just having one massive fertilizer farm somewhere. Something that's expandable that you can just add on to as you need more fertilizer. Yeah, I think I may do that. Not the fertilizer, I mean the clay. Have a massive clay facility. The clay makes it very difficult to keep things efficient. Alright, another day, another buck earned. Not a bad day. How was our expenses? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm going to help this along just a little bit. I want to get to the 100. We're at 26. And our clay is backed up on this lot. So I do have a bit of extra clay to play with on this side. Don't want to use it because, you know, if things get busy over here, which they likely will since I've now started selling the linen automatically. Oh, I did not set this, did I? There we go. Now they're selling automatically. Oh, and I should probably reconnect this piece of belt as well. There we go. Everything's good. Now, there was something else that I needed to do, but I think I'll leave that for the next episode. It is, if we go into V, oh, it's not a good. Oh, unless I haven't done the research for it. Let's go and see. It was, oh yes, I haven't done the research for it, the wood pulley. So we'll start that research. Right, we've finished that research, so this is what we were doing. Do I do the drawbridge research? Well, I've only got 2 researches left to do here. One of them is soap, which is obviously something that we can sell. It's a grocery. And then we've got the drawbridge conveyor. No, not rushing for those, but we have new stuff. So we've got linseed oil that we can get from flax. We have lime water, which we can get from quicklime powder. And obviously we are doing the red currant fruit wine. Then we have this wooden pulley, which is made from wood and linen rope. Now, I'm making linen rope. The price on these is 50, so not a bad thing to sell in the shop. And not really difficult to make if I can root some wood. Oh, well, this could be a problem. Oh, I disconnected the wood from the iron smelter because it burns the wood whether this smelter is working or not. And obviously it's not because there's nails. Everything is full over here. So maybe I'll do that just quickly. So let's put this over here. We'll go to there. Put a ramp up there and rotate and a ramp down there. Since this is not really being used, there's our wooden planks. We can bring that out to wherever really. And I assume this is going to be an assembler. So we'll put the assembler down and I'm going to drag it in that way. I don't think these are going to produce really fast. I don't know if I've got this efficiently set up, but we can bring this out, bring that in there, that into there, and then I'm going to put a box in because I'd like to have some of these on hand. I think we might use them in something or other. We'll just put it around the corner, grab a belt, pop that in there, and now I'm going to have to figure out a way to get it into the store. But first, I'm going to need another display shelf. Oh, this is a 3, and oh, it doesn't fit. Bummer. I'll put it like that. That fits. I can't move these, but if I bring the catapult to about there, and if I'm preparing ahead of time, we'll ramp it down there. That means that I'm going to need the lab stands galore. Now, what's the best way to bring this through? Don't know. Wait, I haven't set this recipe. Wait, where's the wood? Oh, I haven't finished this belt. So let's bring that to there. Come along, wood. Set this recipe to wooden pulley. Confirm. So we'll bring that to there. If I put that there and that, oh, that works. Fantastic. And then I can put a small one there, and I'm going to have to turn this at some point. I can bring it through on this line. Can do this over here. Take that across to there. Belt this to there. Have a ramp up over here. Complete this belt like that. Bring that into... Oh, I've run out of wood again. Done more in this episode than the previous episodes that I've played. So that would go to there. Wondering if I maybe shouldn't have just put it in the first one. I think so. So let's just take that out and that to there. Get that in there, and then we can put the catapult in and set that target to right there. Now, how are we doing here? Are we making these things? We are. We've got 31 of them. Ramp that up to there, and then I can bring this belt around the corner and all the way into there. And we now have another product in the shop. High value product. In the meantime, how are we doing here? 67 plus the 2 that I've got on me. I'll just put them back in there. Almost. But yeah, the clay is a massive problem in here. Now, I could bring a line off the rope. We are making rope. And also have that as a product, but rope's pretty cheap. It's 36. Actually, it's not that bad. We could also sell the bricks and the glass, and I will run out of ways to get through this door soon. I have the bricks now. I have some clay on me. Let me go and pick up some bricks. I've got lots of bricks. Let's go and get that tool and see if we can open this place up a bit. So building tool level 2, hold to craft, and that will, I think, take us up to level 3. Well, that's it. It's no more. You can't do any more upgrades. But let's go and have a look at what we can do now. So, we have all of this. Does that mean we can delete parts of our building? We can. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to delete those 2 walls. Hopefully this isn't physics-based. Let's see what happens. Ah, good. No, it's still up there. Now this is opened up. Very cool. But that also means that we can build. And there's a stone wall. And we can put them down as well. Fantastic. So we can actually build everything inside if we wanted to. I feel like this is kind of a starting base. Anyway, how are we doing here? 81. What has stopped? Oh no, we don't have any stone. Is that because of cash? It might be, because this is still going in here. Alright, let's top things up and get things moving again. And I'm going to... I have stone on me, so let's put that over there. And I've got that stone and that stone that I needed to get rid of anyway. Get this going again. We have wooden pulleys in stock as well now. I see my reputation has gone down to 59. That's not cool. It was at around 70. How are we doing over here? We got plenty. I can grab another stack of linen and then hop into the upgrades. Let's do this output plus 10%. I have no idea what it is, but it's an extractor, so we have an extractor. Works 10% faster now. Not like it's going to help us. But that's done, and I'd just like to get all of these things finished. So the only thing we haven't done yet is the throwing efficiency. Don't think that's a massive deal right now. Okay, these are working again. And we're up to 83. Good. Alright, cash is reaching the end, and it looks like our stone is filling up on its own. Awesome. And that should be fine. I mean, we're going to lose cash initially with everything that's going to be on the belt. But once money starts coming in again, that will balance out. Now, let's have a look at this conical flask. I put it... no. So basically it's a storage. You can put it in between your pipes. Oh, that's the end of the day. How did we do? Oh, it didn't do crazy well, but we made a profit. So not too bad. Yeah, so that flask is basically just a storage and it's in and out. And we have our 100 vitality potion. Awesome. I'm going to immediately head over and unlock that main quest. Submit, and that gives us 60 silver coins, which allows us also to have rotten logs. No idea what those are going to be used for, but we will find out. And our shop reputation plus 10. All right, confirm. And that is the official end of the demo. If we go in here, the main quest is now to get the transformation potion, which requires a whole bunch of new things. We have a carpenter request that'll give us another 16 of the silver coins. I don't know what the difference is. Let's see if we can find any info. So rotten logs in a table saw will give you planks plus gloom fungus, which I am sure are used in something. Oh, the silver coins. Yes, silver coins, solid. No crafting recipes for it, but it's a thing. And we don't know what the fungus is used in yet. Interesting stuff. There's a lot more in this game. I may or may not do another episode of this. I'd really like to figure out the clay, because the fertilizing is obviously a very big issue. I mean, we're not getting through everything as quickly as we could. And then the vitality potion itself is 290 per unit. And for what it takes to make it, that's actually really, really good. It is a lot more expensive than the healing potion. It can bring us in a lot of cash. But folks, I think that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Just in terms of news on this game, the release date has been moved from the 21st of November to the 12th of December for early access release. But you will still be able to play the demo until then. And there will be a multiplayer mode. And they'll be improving the UI, refining gameplay tutorials. But I think what they have in the game was already really good and really polished. My system doesn't seem to struggle, so optimizing is good. But it would be pretty cool to be able to do this with friends. Anyway, I'm probably going to fiddle a lot more with this game. Maybe release another episode at some point. But thank you so much for watching, and until next time, cheers!